Yeah, you standing up there, I'm standing down here, and it is a very, very chilly morning, I have to tell you, and it's nothing anybody was expecting. In fact, we were expecting it to be quite a warm one, but nonetheless, we're all dressed up and ready for this broadcast, which I hope you're enjoying. Now, as you can imagine, running a big 5 national park comes with all of its challenges, and it's not that simple to do something like that, something that you and I don't necessarily understand. So we put this insert together for you just to explain what actually happens behind the scenes in these parks.
Marakele National Park is in the heart of the Waterberg Mountains. Majestic mountain landscapes, grass-clad hills and deep valleys characterize this park. As its Tswana name suggests, it has become a place of sanctuary for wildlife. A variety of birds can be seen, including what's probably the largest colony of endangered Cape vultures, with more than 800 breeding pairs. Antelope and all the large game species, from elephant and rhino to the big cats, have settled here. As the park is fenced, constant monitoring and conservation management is necessary.
As Marakele National Park conservation services, it involves a lot of management. I will start with large herbivore management, where this morning we were managing the buffaloes, removing the collars from the buffaloes. We also do manage the elephants, and we have an elephant management plan. What we do mostly, we monitor the population growth. As you know, elephants are key species in the area, so if you don't have them, they also affect the biodiversity, and if you have much, then it can also impact on the biodiversity with other species.
2 of the 24 lions in Marakele are currently in a boma. They will soon find a new home in the Karoo National Park. The hope is for this male and female to form a new pack with the infamous lion Sylvester that escaped from the Karoo National Park earlier this year. Linky Beerman for Morning Live, Marakele National Park.
Indeed, nice way to end that off, the king of the jungle. 24 lions here at the Marakele National Park, and something well worth coming to witness. Just a 3-hour drive, 3-hour drive from Johannesburg. It's easily accessible. It's a wonderful place to visit. Accommodation, however, is, I suppose, one of the challenges, because it's such a popular park. To get in here is quite difficult, but the good news is that accommodation is sprouting up all over the place. But we're going to talk a little bit about that, as well as a lot more, with Johan Talyard, who is the parks manager here at Marakele. Good to have you. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Leanne, and welcome to Marakele National Park, and maybe to all our viewers, welcome to this park.
Yeah, and what a beautiful park it is. It really is. I mean, we've been seeing some of the game that you do have here. We've been looking at some of the splendors. I mean, look at this view and the mountains around here. But it all comes with its challenges running something like this. It's I suppose it gives you a couple of headaches, doesn't it?
Well, Marakele National Park is 70,000 hectares of bushveld, mountainous and plains areas. And of course, the way in which we manage an ecosystem like this is rather to manage the system and not species, and numbers, species numbers. And if one sort of look at the specific challenges, we have vegetation types, bushveld, and plains in the north, and we're busy expanding the park to linking up the plains in the north with the basin where we are at this stage now. And with that, of course, comes big herbivores, the elephants, the rhinos, the buffaloes, that need to be in the right numbers to keep the habitat healthy. And these has got very specific management plans for elephant, and then of course you mentioned lion already. Lion, of course, is predators, keeping the prey in their good numbers. There's a specific management plan for that as well.
So, I mean, you talk about the expansion of the park. You've got all the wildlife here. It's going to be bigger, but the accommodation is an issue, and I suppose you need more and more accommodation. Talk to us about that. I mean, I believe that you've just opened yesterday, in fact, another tented campsite such as this one.
Yes, absolutely. This is actually one of the newer parks, and our accommodation is very few in numbers, if I can call it that, for what the park can offer. So we've got this tented camp, 10 units, 28 people can sleep in here. And yesterday we opened another tented units at our Bontle camp. and those can also sleep 28 people. But we are busy with a rapid expansion of our tourism product. In the pipeline is a 30-unit lodge that will come in the short term, probably in the next 2 or 3 years. We will have that up and running. We're also busy working on the road system, on picnic areas, on guest houses and so on, to make the park more accessible for people, because it is very close to Gauteng. It's in fact the closest national park to Gauteng. It offers the Big Five. It's also in malaria-free area, which makes it gives that good edge above the low veld.
Indeed, which is what we look for, especially if you want to just get away for a while. But thank you so much for talking to us here on the program. Johan Taljaard, who is the parks manager here at Marakele National Park, talking to us about future plans for this park, more accommodation, just so that we can come down and enjoy this magnificent park. All right, let's go back to the Johannesburg studio now. And I know that